Hi everyone. So I wanted to talk to you all a little bit about why I've chosen to become a certified crystal healing practitioner. So crystals, gemstones, minerals, all those kinds of things, they are not new to me. I've always liked them my entire life. And I've made jewelry with them. As you know, I make a lot of jewelry. And I made jewelry with them because that's what sells. So a few years ago. So when I started making the jewelry with the gemstones and crystals, I realized that people were buying the jewelry because of its healing benefits. So I would look up the properties and then I would put that in the listings with my jewelry and say, rhodonite is said to do this and this, citrine is said to do this and this, etc. So I knew a little bit about the healing properties a few years ago, but I didn't really believe in it. I just said in the listings, this is what this stone is said to do, so there's that. And then I had a collection of crystals. I've just always liked them ever since I was a little girl. They're pretty, they're shiny, they're colorful, all the things I like. And rocks are just cool, so yeah, I have a lot of rocks. But I didn't actually believe in crystal healing, and I didn't start to practice it until about a year and a half ago. So I had all these crystals all over my house. I was selling some on Mercari because I was just trying to make money and get rid of them, and I wasn't using them for anything. But I had some left, and I decided that, well, I was feeling really, really anxious, and I was grieving the loss of a miscarriage years ago. I had watched a TV show and it kind of triggered up some emotions. So I was grieving the loss of my miscarriage, and I was anxious, and I didn't know what to do. So I looked around and I see these pretty rocks that I put all over my room, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a try. So I looked it up and did what all the websites said to do. You cleanse them, you put them under running water, or there are other ways to cleanse them as well, and then charge them in the sun. So I cleansed them, I charged them, and then I made a little grid thing in front of me while I was sitting in bed, and I just kind of picked stones based on the pretty ones that I liked, and a little bit based on the properties that I knew from selling jewelry. So I made my grid and I tried to meditate. And meditation is something I had never been good at. My record was, I actually timed it because I was terrible at it. But my record back then, about a year and a half ago, was 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and I had just given up on meditation. I thought it was something that was not for me and that just didn't work for me. But the day I made the grid, I chose rhodonite, and I chose malachite, and clear quartz, and just some pretty stones. And I meditated. I was able to meditate for the first time in my life for over 20 minutes. It was incredible, and I felt, so not only did I meditate, but I would hold the crystals in my hand, and I felt vibrating energy from the stones pulsing through my hand and going through my body. And I remember picking up one stone and thinking, oh my gosh, this is like IV anxiety medicine, is pretty much what I thought. And so all of that, I just felt the vibrating energy. I felt it pulsing through my hand. My hand got really warm. And then I was kind of like drawn to placing them on certain parts of my body. Like I had malachite, and for some reason I'm like, I wonder what this will do on my hips. So I put it on my hips, I put it on my tailbone. I think I had 3 little pieces of it. And I also received some pain relief from the stones. Pain relief from rocks. So you can call it placebo effect. At that point, that's what I thought it was, and I'm like, I don't even care. It works. So I received amazing anxiety relief from those crystals, just putting them in my hand. I remember the Rodnite. I don't have it here. I'll show you what it looks like and knock over a bunch of stuff in the process. Okay, so this is Rodnite. And this is what has given me such amazing anxiety relief and gave me such amazing anxiety relief that day. So this is what was like IV anxiety medicine, and still is to me today. And so after that, after I received the anxiety relief and even pain relief and relief, like I felt like I was able to grieve and kind of release some of the grief from the loss of my miscarriage. I started doing research, and I got some books, and I looked up all the different stones and what they did. I looked into the physics and metaphysics of how and why they work. It's confusing, it really is. And science I believe that science has not quite figured out how these stones work. But they know that stones, specifically clear quartz, are great conductors of energy. If you have a cell phone, you have clear quartz because it's built into your phone because it conducts energy so well. And there are several other technological advances that have been made with the clear quartz and other stones. So there's some of the science and the meta-science or the metaphysics of how it works. And then I personally believe in God, and I believe that He created these stones to be beneficial to humans. And so I believe that there's some of His energy, or He just created them to be beneficial. Maybe it's His energy in the stones. If you don't believe in God, maybe it's just the stones. But it's something that I think can work for everyone. I think some people are more receptive to it, and I probably am, because it worked like the first time that I seriously tried it. But I think it can be beneficial to everyone. So for a year and a half now, I've been studying. I've had my books. I go in the index and I make notes and notes and notes, just pages of like stones for anxiety, stones for pain relief, stones for the digestive system, the circular system, the neurological systems. I've been doing that research for about a year and a half now. And I was kind of like I've filled up 2 notebooks and kind of hitting the top there, and I'm like, okay, I wish there was actual classes that I could take or something. And then I found a place that does actually certified crystal healing practitioner training for a year. So I prayed about it and I meditated on it, and I knew immediately it was the right thing to do. So I signed up and I'm doing classes, and now not only will I be able to help myself further with these crystals and stones and rocks and minerals, but I will be able to help other people, and that is something I've always been passionate about, and I think why I'm here on this planet, why all of us are here on this planet, to help humanity and to help other people. So that's how I got into crystal healing, and that's why I'm becoming a certified crystal healing practitioner. If you have any more questions, feel free to message me or comment below. Just please, if you have differences of opinion, keep it respectful. and try to keep the judgment low. But if you have any questions, feel free to message me. So yeah, that's my story, and I might make some more videos soon. We'll see. Have a wonderful day.